Hello everybody, my name is Brittany. So I'm going to share a quote that I've been using every once in a while, posting up on my Facebook, and it's just always stuck with me for years, especially ever since I got into Aikido. And it's, a warrior is as wise as a serpent and as gentle as a dove. Well, what makes me think of that is this. I think real strength for both males and females really comes down to, forgiveness and kindness and gentleness. And, what is love? Okay, so real love is patient, it is kind, it is forgiving, it's it does not delight in evil. So basically when the quote says a warrior must be as wise as a serpent and as gentle as a dove, I think of it as multiple things. A good teacher, a good leader of anything would be about the character, wouldn't be about how much money you make from doing it or how much fame you get from doing it, but it's something that's like with your character and your mind and your soul, that you try your best to be a good example by having, a good mind and a good heart and a good soul, have good actions. So that's what I think of when a warrior must be as wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove. I think of a lot of things relating to things like Aikido. So in Aikido, we are taught to never glorify violence. We are taught to defend ourselves and defend our partners and our communities. But we are never allowed to get attached to trophies or medals or any kind of shallow behavior or any type of glorification of violence. So we think of it such that, yes, we have a duty to protect ourselves and to protect others, but we never really want to harm anybody. We believe in self-defense, but we don't believe in crushing skulls or breaking hearts. If we can avoid harming on a physical level, on an emotional level, on a social level, on a spiritual level, etc., we should. We should not take delight in violence. We should do our best to live and work in a way that is being peaceful, but not living under a rug. So you're not allowing violence to be okay. You're not allowing, different bad things to be okay. In fact, you stand up against that. But what that basically says is you figure out the best way possible to not get caught up into shallow living and violence and fear and greed and all these different things like that. So you do your best to think and speak and live in a way every day of your life, for the most part, if you can, in a way that is healthy to yourself, healthy to your community and the world as a whole, to learn how to connect with others in a harmonious way, learn how to connect with nature in a harmonious way, learn how to learn from your mistakes, because we humans, we can't help it. We're always making mistakes, which is okay, but we need to try to learn from our mistakes, right? So that's what I think of when I think of a warrior must be as wise as a serpent and as gentle as a dove. It makes me think of a lot of different things related to Aikido, because it was very fascinating how in Aikido, males and females would work together. You could be any age group, any skill level, any race, any culture, any religion, whatever. And it was very interesting to see how all these different people from all these diverse backgrounds were all coming together on the mat and off the mat to help each other learn and become better human beings. And so was I means love and harmony, Ki means energy, and Do means way or path. So yeah, I hope that things like Tai Chi and Aikido and different things like that will become the new normal worldwide. I think if a lot more people were to learn different things like that, they would have less anger and less frustration and, you know, more discipline and self-control. They wouldn't feel like helpless, so they would feel like, okay, I have the tools to defend myself. And so one of the tools to defend yourself in Aikido and a lot of different things with the similar philosophy like that is basically that you realize that you're not a victim. So, I mean, you don't want to purposely put yourself in a dangerous situation, but you have to put it in your mind and your soul that I'm not going to be afraid of that storm. I'm not going to be afraid of that person. I'm not going to be afraid of that mean dog, or, you know, I'm not going to be afraid of unemployment. I'm not going to be afraid of whatever. And so you have to learn to come from a place of faith and courage and hope and love. And when you put, you know, your heart and soul into God and nature and those principles, then you're no longer living from a place of fear. So when you live from a place of fear, it's easier to get caught up into greed. It's easier to get caught up into manipulation of all different kinds of things. So when you can learn how to live in a way that your mind and body is calm amidst, you know, riots and chaos and unemployment and lockdowns and whatever else, you have to realize that the real peace is found when you learn how to live in such a way that no matter what craziness is going on outside of you, that you can find peace within your mind and your heart and your soul. And when you find that peace, then you're no longer a victim. So basically, every time you lose a job or whatever, you lose some money, you have to be like, okay, well, you know, that's temporary and it's human life that comes and goes. And what's more valuable than that? Well, let's see. A human life, you know, once it's finished, the finish line, it's done for that period of time. And the thing about money is it comes and goes at different periods of time. It's not necessarily always a finished thing, and it's a temporary thing, and it's not the most important thing. And I believe it's a tool that can be used for good or it can be used for bad, just like a whole variety of other things, whether it's social media or a voice or whatever. So, yeah, let your faith be bigger than your fears. Do not give in to fear. Do not give in to anger or doubts or guilt or shame or, you know, any of these negative low vibrations. You know, sometimes it's okay. We'll sometimes feel sadness. We'll sometimes feel anger within ourselves or our situation or other things, but we cannot let those things that we are experiencing, that we're having as our challenge, control us. You have to be like, okay, everything in this life, good and bad, is temporary. None of it's going to last forever. So I have to keep that hope and faith alive inside and keep that love inside and be like, whatever comes, comes, whatever goes, goes. And basically keep that peaceful state of mind and heart amongst everything that, you know, God is with me, hope is with me, love is within me. I'm going to do the best I can to live a life of peace, love, and harmony, and, you know, support local businesses and global businesses that are doing good things for humanity and the nature and the environment, and, you know, living out of love and respect and forgiveness and everything that is good. And these things go beyond making money and beyond fame and beyond a degree and beyond a ton of cars and beyond a ton of this or that. So your character and your love, I believe, in your soul, these things I believe are eternal. The way you make others feel these are things that are going to last. So there's a reason why they say you should treat others the way you want to be treated, because the way that you make yourself feel and the way you make other people feel lasts a lifetime. Sometimes more than a lifetime. Sometimes it'll last other people's lifetimes that'll go even beyond that.